Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And the destroyer of worlds has moved on to yet another city to wreak havoc. James Harden has pushed his way out of Philly and was granted a trade to the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, on paper, this move sounds like a big move. It looks like a big splash. Now you have Kawhi, PG, Westbrook, and James Harden. On paper, it seems like this is a massive move. But realistically speaking, this does not move the needle, not one bit for me. I still hold the Los Angeles Clippers in the same position I did before the season even started. And if you need verification of that, you could go back to my video from a couple weeks back with my top 5 Tuesday, top 5 teams in the NBA coming up this season. I had the Los Angeles Clippers at number 5. And I still feel they're number 5, even with James Harden. He doesn't move the needle at all for me. James Harden, as I call him frequently on my page, James Houdini Harden, he will find a way to disappear in the biggest moments. And that has been the story of James Harden's career. And I don't think anything is going to be any different with him coming to the Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers will go as far as Kawhi Leonard takes them. It has nothing to do with James Harden. What James Harden will do is help them win some more regular season games and give them higher seeding come playoff time, because now the only guy that was reliable to give you 70 games or more a season on that roster was Russell Westbrook. Outside of Westbrook, that team's not going to give you. Paul George may give you 60 in a good year. Kawhi Leonard's going to give you 50 in a good year. So James Harden, the one thing I can give Houdini is that he plays. He's available. Harden plays for the most part, and so does Russell Westbrook. So now Westbrook and Harden, they'll continue to show that they had going in the Rockets. And that should give them more regular season wins, which can give them higher seeding come playoff time. But as far as the ultimate goal of winning a championship, I don't think that James Harden brings them any closer. The only thing that could bring them closer is Kawhi Leonard being completely healthy. Kawhi Leonard's health is the main thing. I don't think Phoenix is a better team if Kawhi Leonard is healthy. The only reason in my top 5 teams that I had Phoenix ranked higher than the Clippers is because of health. I think even though right now starting the season, Booker and Beal are out, but Booker doesn't have a long history of being injured all the time, so I think he'll be back soon. Bradley Beal does have a history of being injured, but at least if you're looking at KD, Booker, and Nurkic, I think that 3 right there is good enough to make them sustain a top 3 spot in the Western Conference until Beal comes back and makes them a real formidable team in the West. But I think when you look at Kawhi Leonard can easily be the best player in the entire NBA if he would only be able to play in the NBA. Because Kawhi Leonard's the only guy in the league, the only guy that could shut down your main scorer and then wreak havoc on the other side of the court because you can't stop him offensively. So he'll stop you on defense, but you cannot defend him. And that's what makes him the cyborg. He's the Terminator. Look at his resume. This guy holds victories. 2-time champion. Holding victories against LeBron James, Steph Curry, KD, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That man's resume is impeccable. He has an impeccable resume. So that man should be the best player in the league, bar none. But the only reason that I can't have him as the best player in the league is because he hardly plays. But if he plays, this team can make it to the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets. But that's only if Kawhi Leonard is healthy. And this has nothing to do with James Harden, because James Harden, I think, will be the fourth best player on that team. If he can just stay in his spot and knock down open shots and not dribble, 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 step back, step back, step back, shoot. If he can avoid doing that and just play a part of a system where he understands he's like the third best scorer on the team behind Kawhi and Paul George, and he can just knock down an open shot the way that Westbrook's been distributing the ball since the moment he got to the Clippers. He's resurrected his career. I think they have a chance to go as far as the Western Conference Finals, and at that point, Dumb and Denver will be a great series. But I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.